Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So let's continue with our discussion on our task 2 essay. In our previous video, we're done with the introduction. Now let's look at the second element of your essay, which is the body paragraph. And we'll use the previous essay as an example for this lesson. Right, so let's look at the elements that are needed in a body paragraph. Okay, there are 3 elements that you can include in a body paragraph. 2 are needed. The third one is optional. Okay, let's go through them one by one. The first and important thing that you need to include in your body paragraph is the topic sentence. Right, so if you still remember, the topic sentence is basically the first sentence of your introduction, of your body paragraph. Please bear in mind that this is the basic construction of an essay. Later on, when you learn how to write your own research, you will see that there's so many different forms of topic sentence. For a PT, we want you to just understand the basic concept of a topic sentence. So we want you to write the topic sentence as one sentence in your body paragraph. Okay, later on we'll see that the topic sentence can be at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. But for APT, we want you to write it at the beginning, or to be exact, to be the first sentence of your body paragraph. So just write it in one sentence. What does it do? It states the main idea. Okay, remember in your introduction you have stated 2 main ideas, right, in your thesis statement. If you look at this thesis statement here, we have men do make better chefs as they are physically, mentally, and emotionally fitter to handle the job. Right. So if we follow this sequence, then we have to talk about physical first. Right. So the first sentence of this body paragraph, which is the first body paragraph, talks about how men have an advantage in terms of the physical strength. So this is a good topic sentence because it follows the same sequence as how it is placed in the thesis statement. So it is just in one sentence, as simple as that. Right? So what you should not do is, you should not explain, or you should not give example. You should not explain or give examples yet in the topic sentence. Right? So after the topic sentence, you will continue with the second important thing that you need to have in a body paragraph, which is the supporting details. Right? So supporting details, one thing that you should not do is, do not start with example. Right? Because examples, if you remember what I said earlier on, examples are explanation or supporting details for a supporting detail. So you have to explain first, then your explanation will be supported by an example. Right? So what you should do is, you should start with some explanation, or you should give some elaboration. Right? If you look at this example here, it says, first, physical strength that men have gives them the advantage in becoming a better chef. Men who are known to have double the strength of a woman can handle the task in cooking better. So the first supporting details is an elaboration of what was already mentioned in the topic sentence. And then you can, and then afterwards you have a lot more explanation, right? Okay, then after that you can add in examples depending on the way you write your essay. Okay, so for a compare and contrast essay, you should bear in mind that you have to discuss both subjects, because for a compare and contrast essay, it needs you to compare and contrast, and by comparing and contrast, you're comparing two different subjects. Alright, so if you look at this example here, first it talks about men, how men have more strength, and then the second part talks about women or female, how on the other hand may require more help. So this is a good example of a compare and contrast body paragraph where it talks about both. Sometimes you do not need to mention both subjects. Sometimes you just have comparative adjective that already suggests that this is a comparison of both. Right? Say for example, you say men are stronger. Men are stronger. Okay, so in this small phrase, you did not even mention the second subject, but it is understood that this is a comparison between two different subjects because of the comparative adjective. Remember, comparative adjective is used to compare two subjects, right? Sometimes this can be done. If you only talk about one subject, then it will not be a compare and contrast essay. It will just be the strengths of men. Okay, so that would lead to a problem. Okay, and then lastly is something that I believe is optional, right? It's the concluding sentence, right? In the concluding sentence, you would summarize the paragraph. If you look at here, right, the last sentence is the concluding sentence. In other words, men have the upper hand in becoming a better chef because of their advantage in physical strength. You can only understand that this is the same idea that was mentioned in the topic sentence, because the topic sentence also contains a summary of the whole paragraph. So both of the sentences contain the summary of the whole paragraph. Okay, right. So how many sentences do you need in a body paragraph actually? You need to have at least 3 sentences. Right? 1 topic sentence and at least 2 supporting details. Alright, so if you have less than that, then the whole argument or the whole discussion will be a bit awkward. You will see later on in your life that there will be paragraphs that only have 1 sentence, but that is a different style of writing. When you write something which is around 400 pages, different style is implemented. Okay, for your case, we are just learning the basics of writing an essay. Certain things needs to be understood first. I guess that is all for our lesson here. We'll see you again in our next lesson. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.